Hello students, I am your science teacher Apurva and welcome to my class. Today we will study the chapter Essential for Life. That is, today we are going to talk about air and water. We all know that we need air and we have air around us and we need air for breathing, and there are so many other purposes, but the main purpose of air is we need air for breathing, and we need water also for living. So both of these ingredients are essential for life. Today we will discuss about both of them in detail. These are the contents of our today's topic: atmosphere, layers of atmosphere, importance of atmosphere, composition of air. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a blanket of air that surrounds the earth and protects us from the harmful UV rays of the sun. Means air is a blanket, like a blanket protects us from cold. That's why similar way we can say that atmosphere is just like a blanket of air which protects the earth from harmful UV rays of the sun. Okay? Atmosphere is a mixture of gases that surrounds the earth. It contains oxygen for us to breathe. It protects us from the harmful UV rays of the sun. Now we will discuss the layers of atmosphere. Although when we look at the sky, it appears to be very beautiful blue color or maybe white color, but the atmosphere has several layers. We will study about these layers. First is troposphere, second stratosphere, third mesosphere, fourth thermosphere, and five is exosphere. As you can see from the diagram given alongside, that the layer closest to the earth is troposphere. Means the first layer that surrounds the earth is troposphere. It is also the lowest layer. All the changes in the weather occur over here in troposphere. Then stratosphere. Above the troposphere, stratosphere is present. Jet planes fly in this layer because the clouds are rare. Mostly the clouds are in the troposphere layer, but some of the clouds are also present in stratosphere. It absorbs the harmful UV rays from the sun. You all know that what is the full form of UV? Ultraviolet rays from the sun. It prevents them from reaching the earth's surface. Which layer protects the UV rays? Stratosphere, from reaching the earth's surface. These rays are really dangerous and can cause eye or skin problems. Now the next layer is mesosphere. This is the third layer. Meso means middle. Meteorites and small rocks moving in space are burnt out here. This layer protects the earth from meteorites. Small meteors which can hit the earth, they are prevented by mesosphere. Fourth layer is thermosphere. This is the layer just above mesosphere, and what happens here? This is the layer of atmosphere known for collecting radio waves. Means radio waves which help in the telecasting of TV programs and radio programs. All activity occurs in the thermosphere because it reflects radio waves. The fifth and the outermost layer is exosphere. Here the Earth's atmosphere becomes a part of the space. It contains very little air. Weather satellites orbit the Earth at a height of about 700 to 1500 km, and communication satellites at a height of 36,000 km. Means you can easily see that this layer contains very little air, and all the weather satellites or communication satellites are found in this layer, which is the exosphere. So you have to learn the diagram of the layers of atmosphere. Okay, this you also have to draw in your notebook. When I will provide the notes, you can draw in notebook. Now put the layers of atmosphere in the order. This is a small question answer quiz which you have to solve it or find out the answers. These are the layers. You have to arrange them in sequential order, starting from the layer which is closest to the earth, then in the order of outermost layer. In which layer do we live? This you have to find out. In which layer is the ozone layer found? Which layer is the middle layer? Fifth, what happens to air pressure the higher you go up? Okay, this one I can answer you, because all four questions you can easily find out yourself as I have explained right now. But fifth one, what happens to air pressure the higher you go up? When you have heard about that the mountaineers, when they climb high up on the mountain, they feel lack of oxygen at the altitudes, means that the uh, air pressure is very low over there. That's why they need, mountaineers who are climbing high, they need oxygen cylinders whenever they climb the mountains. Now, what is Earth's atmosphere and why is it so important to life on Earth? How you can say that the atmosphere is important to us? So we will discuss about it. First of all, you have already understood what is atmosphere. It is a thin layer of air that forms a protective covering around the earth. It keeps the earth's temperature in a range that can support life. If atmosphere is not there, first of all, the harmful UV rays of the sun and the extreme scorching heat of the sun, it will burn everything. Means there will be no life, there will be no plants, animals, or even human beings. The earth will be burnt totally with the heat of the sun. That's why earth's atmosphere protects the earth. It burns the meteorites before they reach the earth's surface. Which layer protects the meteorites? Mesosphere protects the meteorites from hitting the earth's surface. Okay, and all the layers protect the UV rays of the sun from entering on the surface of earth. Okay, ozone layer is present in the stratosphere, which protects the earth. It maintains water supply through the mechanism of hydrological cycle. You have studied in your previous class, that is third and fourth class, that what is water cycle. So atmosphere maintains water cycle. It prevents temperature extremes and functions as a great insulator. It is the main source of oxygen and other gases needed by plants and animals. Now the next topic is composition of air. Air is a mixture of gases, as I have already discussed. Which gases are found in air? Nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases. Nitrogen, which is 78%, and it is the most abundant gas found in air. Okay, the lesser percentage the nitrogen is of oxygen, that is 21%, and only 1% contains all the different gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, argon, neon, xenon, hydrogen, helium, etc. These are some of the other gases which is contributing only 1% of the composition of air. So, by this diagram, you can clearly understand that what are the compositions of air, what are the components of air: oxygen, nitrogen, other gases, carbon dioxide, water vapor. Okay, majority is nitrogen, which is 78%, then oxygen, which is 21%, and now out of 100%, as you have studied in fractions in maths, that we consider 100% as whole, and from that highest is nitrogen, then oxygen is 21%, and only the remaining 1% consists of all the other gases, which includes carbon dioxide, water vapor, argon, hydrogen, helium, etc. That's all for today. Thank you.